Maharaji. Happy, 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 happy Maharaji. Happy, 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 happy Maharaji. Let's put our hands together for of all creation. By the special grace of Sadhguru Maharaji, we are here once again in the Hall of Grace of Sadhguru Maharaji Village. Let's say, yes, Aitana, good morning, wherever you are, watching us live now. Depending on your time zone, we are back again with the Hall of Creation, the greatest teacher of all times, to have this wonderful interactive session. Before we proceed, we beg the endless grace and love and mercy of our Sadhguru Maharaji to bless the entire creation. Brother Shuri Sadhguru Maharaji.
Blessings to everyone. By the grace of grace, we are here again to continue the dialogue. Yes, to express, exchange, our views together to see if we can, by the questions and answers coming in, be able to help humanity. Like I told you earlier on, knowledge is power. Power is love. Love is care. Care is, helping, guiding and protecting. And so, in our journey towards total freedom, it can be said that this is one of the rare opportunities being given for us to show that we are the ones giving the grace to help humanity. That's why we are begging whoever you are, please go into your heart so that the questions you ask will help others who are listening from wherever they are. By which time we know that, so this is the Noah's boat that has manifested. Yes, for them to come in before it is too late. If you go by what happened in Libya, with due respect, we express our deepest love and sympathy to the people and government of Libya and even Morocco. Just within a night, almost 50,000 missing. Human beings like you and I. What may have caused it is because they lack the knowledge of the grace of the Sadhguru Maharaji. So, hopefully by the grace, you will understand that, not that we are better than them, it's out of grace. So when you have something coming to you out of grace, it needs to be held preciously. Very precious, very calm, very cool, very conscious, very, very, I don't know, you have to be like somebody driving a car, running at about 100,000, kilometers an hour. You can't go left or right, you just be going. Because any little mistake, So, blessings to everyone.
Happy. Let's put our hands together for your creation. Blessings Maharaji. Thank you Maharaji immensely for declaring the interactive session open. By the culture of this interactive session, each person is advised to ask a question after the first row, then we come back again. And we pray the endless grace, mercy, and prayer of creation. The Lord demands that you shout your name, and prayer of creation will give you the grace to ask your question. By this, we declare the Father Maharaji has given the green light for questions to begin. Brother Shuri Sadhguru Maharaji.
Bole Shri Sadhguru Maharaji. Bole Shri Sadhguru Maharaji. Bole Shri Sadhguru Maharaji. Amazing Amashram Premi. Atunshi Ovide. I received Maraji's divine knowledge on the 23rd of June 1997, number 18, Ihiya Street, Benin. Father Maraji, my question is about life. In knowledge, we are meant to understand that reincarnation is, the level of one's reincarnation is based on the past life. Today, people reincarnate in the homes of presidents based on the lives they had in the past. And the kind of life one lives in the present life is based on how it goes. Now, there is this family that the great-grandfather had one child, then the grandfather had one child, then the father had one child, then the son too had one child. And now, the son now has changed body, leaving only one son. So in this case now, are we now to say that it is the lineage of that family having just one son? If it is based on their past life, that they are meant to pass through that family of having just one son and they'll change. But now, if it is designed that way, this very one now got killed. The person that assassinated that person, does that person have a karma to pay? If it is that how the person's life would be in his lifetime, the person that killed that person, does he have a karma to pay, Maraji?
That's a very beautiful question. Reincarnation is always automatic when one meets the Sadhguru Maharaj. Depends upon the side of coin we choose. If you want to stay in the cold world, you stay. Yeah, their life is assumed to be very easy, but not in all the white world. Go to areas like Bangladesh, Afghanistan, Pakistan, you find out that, so even Nigeria, Africa, is more or less like a paradise. Now come to your question. Human beings are vehicles through which human beings used to come to this earth. And provided you are in love, strongly in love, you can be able to see beyond that, so and so persons want to come to this world. And then you control them. Oh yes, you can allow them to come through you as a mother or as a child. In this case, I want to give you one example of one papa who is the only son of his parents. Now he gave birth to a sister, and there's no way he couldn't get any pregnancy. And so this girl grew up and now became a graduate. But before going to university, the father sought for traditional powers to make sure that no man goes to her, to enable her to finish the course. Now he finished the course. The papa got the juju and hid it somewhere in the house. Now the mama finished the course. First month, second month, the papa died. Now here she is. Any man that comes say, I beg, come out here. Now everybody was refusing her. He went near there until he got to one mama who said, look, your father did something. You have to go and find out. Eventually, she landed up in the kingdom. And I told her, with the uncle who came, that it's only divine knowledge that will work it out. He said, oh yeah. Well, yeah, it will take some time. He said, even if it's 1 year, you're going to wait. So long as divine knowledge will clear the air. Eventually, knowledge came. We discovered where the juju was being kept. And we went to where the person who did it. And the cure, or the answer, was just that the moment it is taken down, she has to urinate on it. That's the end of it. Now, if we didn't meet Maharaji, what would have happened? So the same way, people in reincarnating, they are being manipulated to go religious way. Theories. Are you there? Philosophies. Stories, let me call it. Stories. Because that is story, nothing there but stories. Right? And so they will go on, keep coming and coming, and this one now will have been in trouble. There's no way you say it. There's no way he goes, no child. What is he going to do? But of course, that is physical and the spiritual. I have somebody who made a promise to her group that he's not going to marry. At the age of 16, he was going to go back. Right? Now, in between, something happened. She got pregnant, got a child, second child, third child. But now, the group are fighting her and the man. But why? You signed an agreement to come back at 16, not to marry. Why do you go marry? Yes, all still based on probabilities, the physical world. But the moment you meet Maharaji, the whole thing changes. Maharaji is able to just cancel everything. Yeah. So you find out whether he has committed crime or not. The cancellation always comes during the knowledge session, where people don't even believe in the techniques, but the whole techniques is meant to allow the person in. Either through in your lifetime, you committed the crime because of something you saw, or something that you heard, or something that one said or ate. Remember the mama? They say he insulted or he poured water on the spirit. So always when Maharaji comes and the knowledge is given, it purifies the whole fundamental for very major ones, the eye, the ear, and the mouth. So before the holy name comes in. So you can see that. Whereas in the outside world there, they will propound all kind of excuses. Are you there? To meet up what they are doing. And it's nothing more than a means of what? Getting something. Oh yes. A means of just because here he is. He's not working and he has to go and carry a book and get a bell and be going on to say he's doing something about the Creator. So that is just how it is. Yes. And beyond that is that anybody found in this kind of entanglement, yes, always has a way of overcoming them. Only that the rituals are very harsh, very tempting, and not, sometimes, most cases, not pleasant, because tradition, culture, and the values have been polluted. Yes, so it now becomes there's money. Whereas, no, you can reincarnate by meeting Maharaji. If one is really open-hearted, you get all answers about himself or herself before even knowledge comes in. My blessings.
Shout your name.
Olawumi.
Baleshri Sagurudev Oriji. Baleshri Sagurudev Oriji. Maharaji Grace Amashan Premier Olawumi Olari. I received Maharaji's divine knowledge on the 5th of August 2015. My question is about the holy name. Please, Father Maharaji.
The question is about
divine knowledge.
okay.
In knowledge today, we've come to know that it takes one good person to bring about the changes that everyone needs. So, I want to ask, right now it is the presence of the Father of Creation that preserves this world and keeps the world going. If not, the world would have collapsed in 1999. So my question is that, was there no living master during the Atlantis deluge? that made the world to collapse that time.
Okay.
When she celebrated marriage.
Yeah. No, the question you're asking now, is there any possibility that the motor that had accident was driven by somebody? Yeah. There have been masters. There have been powers. Yes, and from the information given, we have no cause to doubt what they said. That yes, they were masters, Adam, Abraham, Moses, here and there. It is when the inner eye is opened, you're able to see that, yes, masters have been coming and going. In fact, that period, some people are saying it was Noah. Some people say it was Moses. Something was this and that. But I know that during the deluge, the person who came was that power that incarnated as Azikiwe, Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe of Africa. He was the one, Noah. Oh yes, so definitely was there. There was nothing he could do rather than to take care of those obedient ones, those sincere ones. Are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
The story goes that even if you take that Noah's boat, for example, that after so many years of sasa, service, meditation, begging, they got to a point where, okay, that power decided to take two lions, 2 dogs, and all that. And eventually, rain started falling. Just like what has happened in Libya now. Just what happened even last year. It was around this time where they said they opened one dam in Cameroon or somewhere. Everything started changing. So you can see that man disconnected from the source always is destroyed by what he has created. Yeah, what he has put down is the thing that comes back to hold him because he's not in spirit. Yes, there's somebody there, but then, just like even as we are here now, since the past 43 years, how many people do you think must have died? Yes, and say, don't mind that guru. Oh, Guru Maharaji, look, don't go there, this and that. So definitely always there's somebody working on the planet. It's only those who find themselves on the other side are always carried away. Everybody will want to wash a plate before he eats. You cannot be dirty, you have your bath. The same way this earth has been inundated with so many dirty things, overloaded. Just imagine Ukraine and the Russian fight, the Democratic Republic of Congo. Just imagine how Emperor Haile Selassie was killed, was overthrown, for nothing's sake, because he was proclaiming divinity. How could a man be taking care of lions in his house? Is he a lion in a human body? No. But it's just like society has changed to black and white. And so we are deceiving ourselves with theories, philosophies. And so we should not look at that time, we should look at now. There's a master around now, in whose love we can prevent such a global catastrophe. Yeah, who's next? Olanike.
Bless you, Secretary Marajije. Bless you, Secretary Marajije. My name is Olanike Komelo. My question, Maraji, is about the human spirit. Now, is it possible for someone to be hurting somebody else without having bad intention towards that person, consciously not having?
Is it possible?
For someone's spirit to hurt their fellow person without
To what?
to hurt
Okay.
their fellow human being without having any negative feeling towards them, not quarreling, nothing whatsoever, but they may see the person in maybe experiences, the person hurting them in certain ways.
Capital no.
Choose.
Anybody, anywhere, who tells you he doesn't know he's a liar. They are pretending. They are well conscious, very conscious. Only when they do act, they have that belief that nobody is seeing them. Just out of grace. And grace comes when the heart is pure. When one is in there, when one is curious. What is this? What is going on? What is happening? The answer comes. But definitely, it's happening. Now, let's say it this way. In our journey through time and space, we have three things within us until Malachi came: the body, the mind, and the soul. The mind is a conceptualized person. I am a doctor, I'm a carpenter, I'm a housewife. This is based on things that he or she has seen in this world. And so as he's walking along, these are the things that are coming back. It's just like, say, cram, chew, and pour, right? Now he has information in the head. Each time he is faced with any kind of dilemma, these things come up for him or her to apply, to see where. But then the world is changing every second. Something that you saw yesterday, there could be rain even next door here, and the sun will be shining this side. And so with the coming of the soul now, right, the soul will now take over. Because now when Malachi links it up, the body becomes brightened up. The light is glowing. But at one time or the other, because of the environment we are in now, created, even the same with anywhere in the world now, you are not sure of what the person is going to say, because everybody is living on trial and error. So with Malachi coming now, you find that the mind will be finding a way to go out. It's melting it every minute. Melting it, that is why people say, okay, he's working towards self-realization, right? Self-realization comes when one becomes conscious of the fact that, hey, anything I do against this brother or sister, I'm to pay for it. That realization is very important. This kind of thinking has been with our ancestors. If you go by those who are into the oracles and deities, if you are not pure in mind, the oracle will never answer. He'll be talking, you can't hear, because it's a universal thing. That when two things cannot occupy the same space at the same time. So that is the situation. Only that, as a preemie, service or being nectar works wonders. It might be delaying here and there, because somebody will say, my junior brother or my junior sister has bought a car. He didn't even go to school. Why is it like that I haven't got anything? I'll find a way. Then he goes to Shawu. He's caught. Yeah, but if it's in knowledge, no, he will not. Because he will be having the peace of mind. And this peace of mind will reveal, interpret, analyze lives of so many others. Yes, through Sasa. The moment you are listening to Sasa, you come down, say, no, I won't try it. Yes, and you see somebody's experience, positive, negative, it opens the room for growth. Yeah, I don't know whether I've answered the question. Yeah, who is next? Naban.
Pastry Saturday Margie. The Margie's going to service premier identity Nana Aban. Margie can a premier in service of Margie finishes. Can a premier who is in service of Margie finishes the service with the present master, or it's extended to the next master?
Now if you want to finish your service, then you are going to die without. It's like this. It is just out of deceit that people have come out with master. But actually, there's only one Father that we have throughout the planet. Are you there? He is the object of devotion. He's the all and all. The repository, the container, the storehouse, the emporium of every good thing on this earth. Everything is the one. So once you meet, maybe let's say 20 years ago or 50 years ago, you met Sri Prabhas Rawat and knowledge was given. That one is not enough, because that's the vehicle I used. Are you there?
Yes,
You come to this set. Yes, even on this set, but that's just the language that will make people to understand. Now the Father of creation is here, so there's nothing like changing anymore. Yes, but for you to enjoy yourself, one needs to put in the best one could, so that you don't have to, like the song, don't leave me with empty hand again. Never, never leave me again to face the world. This is the time. Want to go in. To go in does not mean hard work, no. Be straight in your mind. Be honest and sincere. Yeah, be judicious. Don't waste any second. Yeah, because every opportunity that comes, every second, is so vital. So that you'll be able to what? Conquer yourself. The moment you conquer yourself, everything is for you forever. So you don't need to go anywhere. Wherever Maharaji manifests, you too will be there. That's how it works.
Shout your name.
Agbabiaka. Agbabiaka.
Oh, the streets.
Where is Papa Katachi?
Kábíyèsí Maharaji, kábíyèsí o Maharaji, kábíyèsí Maharaji. Orúkọ mi ni Ọmọgbọ́láhàn Agbabiaka. I received Maharaji knowledge on 23, 1988 in Ondo. I'm from Ogun State, for Southwest. I was born in 1939, 23, 1939.
1930.
39. I was one. See, right now, somewhere there are some proverbs. Is that what the word that I
Papa,
want?
so you are 84 now.
Exactly. It's not a problem. Right now, there's a proverb out of the words that I want to talk, that I come and talk it in grammar, or Maharaji will teach me to speak it out when I'm talking. There is a question, it's like a question, and it's not a question. In the olden days, I know that as we are looking, that the promise that you come fulfill for us. In the olden days, tí ẹ ní ìyàwó gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ọmọ awo nímẹ̀ṣọ́ Oòduà nímẹ̀sí ilé. And then as we are looking so far, that culture, as I'm looking, I'm to read, and the olden days our culture, we brought it now. That's the promise that they come to fulfill for us. There's no need of argument, but it's your duty, Guru Maharaji duty. I'm told to say it's your duty. No. You see, that we are talking about the grammar. You have no respect. So many ways. So that's, I don't know how to put it in grammar.
Okay.
Obviously.
What Papa is saying now, why is it that gradually we have lost the ebb and flow of that rich culture and traditional values? Tó fà á ní pé ọ̀làjú tó wọlé ni àwọn òyìnbó ni, torí pé kí ni lọ́jọ́ kìíní tí wọ́n dalẹ̀ ara wa náà ni, tí ilẹ̀ Ṣàngó bínú gbìrìm bẹ́ẹ̀ni, tó di pé Áfíríkà bó ṣe tóbi tó ní wá fọ́ sí wẹ́wẹ́. Ẹ wá rí wọ́n di pé kíni àwọn tí wọ́n kó sábẹ́ òkun àwọn ọmọ ìyá aláró tẹ bá rántí ìyá aláró èkó kan tó kọ́ kátà bíríìjì pé kó tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí wó bíríìjì àgbà tí wọ́n lọ mú láti inú odò ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ àrí pé sọ èèyàn búlù ń bẹ èèyàn búlù wá so ló di pé wọ́n jáde wọ́n jẹ́ wọlé wá wọ́n ń jẹ wọ́n mu ṣe mọ̀ ìdọ̀tí ni wọ́n pé wọ́n dá wàhálà lẹ̀ àwọn ìyá wa àti bàbá dẹni wọ́n fẹ́ wàhálà wọ́n fò ní wọ́n fò ẹlòmíà lọ sí Liberia gbà tí wọ́n dá Amẹ́ríkà wọ́n bẹ̀yàn dúdú ń bẹ̀ wọ́n dé Australia wọ́n bẹ̀yàn dúdú ń bẹ̀ wọ́n tí wọ́n lọ sí Canada wọ́n bẹ̀yàn dúdú ń bẹ̀ Russia wọ́n bẹ̀yàn dúdú ń bẹ̀ lórí pé wọ́n pera wọn káàkiri wọ́n rí pé lẹ́ẹ̀ni dúdú náà dà wọ́n rí wọn mọ́ so ìyẹn ló fà tó pé àṣà yẹn nìkú àwa gan tí a jẹ́ bàbá pàtó rí bẹ́ẹ̀ àwa náà wà lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ wọn lọ́hùn a ní ó yá a padà wálé ìyá 2000 yẹn la padà àti padà náà kì í ṣe kan kékeré ìjà ní torí pé wọ́n ń gbọ́nà tá a fi sọ pé nínú kòkò funfun lẹ̀kọ́ dúdú ń jáde kò bá lọ bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n nínú kòkò dúdú ní kíni ẹ̀kọ́ funfun ti jáde wọ́n ṣe débi pé kò sí tí wọ́n sọ pé àwọn tí wọ́n wá àwọn aláwọ̀ funfun ni wọ́n bá wọn dùn àmọ́ ta ló ń pè rẹ̀ ní olówó tí ò ní kọ́bọ̀ láti ẹ̀ fi ra gàrí mu tí olówó náà nù ìwà àbàjẹ́ kún lọ́wọ́ wọn ọ̀rọ̀ jàǹbá ọwọ́ wọn náà ni àárín ìrẹ́kùnrin ọwọ́ wọn náà ni oríṣiríṣi ló ti pé léde màá jù wá wọlé dé ìwọlédè yìí ń sìn ní ó jẹ́ kí àwọn ará wọn tára tù wọ́n torí pé nísìn ó ti dá nǹkan orú torí ń gbà ní bàtí wọ́n rí pé àwọn bàbá wa ń yíra padà sí ẹkùn ehoro nǹkan kan àwọn náà bá yí pé òkè àwọn tí wọ́n ṣe òrìṣà nù wọ́n bá dé wàá ní kíni òrìṣà lóun fẹ́ jẹran òrìṣà lóun fẹ́ jẹ èkúté kankan wọ́n wá ti di pé àwa para wa jẹ agbára wa dínkù tó bá ti ń tàjà ta ẹ̀jẹ̀ ọmọlúwàbí sílẹ̀ èdè lágbára mọ́ yes kò ní ságbára lórí pé lẹ́nu a lè ṣe kankan náà níwá ìpadàbọ̀ màráyè gbogbo àwọn òrìṣà lè ti padà wọ́n ti dé wọ́n wà so àsìkò yìí ni a máa bá òrìṣà sọ̀rọ̀ tí ó dá wa lóhùn ju bó ṣe wà tẹ́lẹ̀ lọ àsìkò ìṣe gbogbo wọn sọ pé Boko Haram kankan nǹkan ń bẹ ní ilé abúlé olúkúlùkù tí ewé ò jẹ mọ́ ni ewé jẹ́ tí wọ́n bá ti fi iná rẹ̀ báyìí kò sí aláburú tí ó ṣẹlẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n jà wọ́n sá lọ ni so gbàdúrà ò lè ṣe nítorí pé wọ́n á pa wọ́n náà ìmọ̀ màrájì ní ò ní jẹ́ kí wọ́n lè rí wọn pa torí yẹn kò ní jẹ́ kẹ́ni yẹn náà tó ń wá òótọ́ kó bá ní níjà òyìnbó ń sọ pé ẹni bá ń lé equity ó lọ pẹ̀lú ọwọ́ mímọ́ so bó ṣe rí ní àṣà wa ti wọlé báyìí ẹ bá dé wò tá ń sìn àwọn ọmọ wa wọ́n múra bíi ọmọ tó lẹ́wà ọmọ tó dúró ọmọ gidi ọmọ lágídí bó ṣe rí ní bàbá mi. Now the question the chief has asked is that how do we restore the consciousness between life and this body through the awareness of the old nucleus traditional and cultural values. I explained how the whole world got broken into pieces, and as a result the center couldn't hold. That's why Maharaji found himself in the Oriental. Yes, and so over years, Maharaji now took several bodies to come down. But unknown to the ordinary man, the war has been going on. Otherwise, if you say Africa is the citadel of civilization, why is it that the masters that were shown in the books were all white? Does it mean that man was white at the beginning? No. It's all game of politics. racism. And so, without mincing words, a situation now came where Maraji had to come back. And the arrival of Maraji has made all the other the deities to return back to Africa as it was at the beginning. And so with this now, we will be able to what? Help the people to follow the cultural values and traditions without having to destroy any animal, anybody. And so a new age has come now that naturally and patiently we will overcome that area. Now who is next?
Kábíyèsí o, Màlájì.
Pẹpẹ o.
Kábíyèsí o.
Oya o.
Silibe Maraji.
Yeah.
Please, Sagrude Maharaji J.
Please
Will the
try to
Shri-
check those who have not asked questions.
Sagrude
Allow
Maharaji J.
them to ask questions when the time comes.
Boleshri Sagrude Maharaji J. My name is Service Premier Sidibe Wat. I received divine knowledge of Sadhguru Maharaji the 3rd day of April 1998 in Maharaji's village. My Grace, I'm a research fellow. Father Maharaji, my question is, we have, due to census, world census, 15 billion people walking on the planet. And these 15 billion people, we have man and woman making up that 15 billion. Also in the entire ecosystem, we have the birds, the fishes, the ocean, the trees, and other animals. Now, Father Maharaji, when Maharaji is in the altar, we have 9 pillars. Now, Father Maharaji, is there any connection or what is the connection that the 9 pillars of creation, when Maharaji is in the altar, connect the human race, both man and woman, because they're all male who carries light. What is the connection or what connectivity or is there between the 9 pillars and the 15 billion people walking on the planet, the trees, the bird, and fishes in the ocean? That's my question, Father Maharaji.
You said they are all men. It has never been like that. But because of the strange situation humanity found, herself with the 9 women of negativity, whereby they are always polluting, turning things, upside down through this so-called menstrual period. And so that's why during the period of trying to clear the backlog of this debris of destruction, we have to ask the women not to carry artillite. Otherwise, they can carry. Maybe the time will come next year, next month, the next 20 years, no problem. Now, connection with the 9 pillars. The 9 pillars consist of the 7 elements. Yes, the 7 elements. And the remaining 2 serves as the disciples of Maharaji. Yes. And so you find out that the connection they have is, in fact, we can even add 2 more to make it 11. 4 extra. Is simply that as the creation persists, continues to evolve and revolve, because people are saying the earth is going round and all the other elements are dancing around him. But that's not the point. The 9 pillars constitutes the 7 elements, right? And the remaining 2, you might say, Mataji and Maharaji. Mataji and Maharaji always help to resolve issues. Yes, so you find out that until you go in, will you come to find out that all the 9 elements, they are all to be here. Yes, by the time they come down, when things might have been okay, then people will have a meaning and understanding that whatever is happening by the floods is not ordinary. It's all a game of hatred. And so until we get those 7 pillars here, will this thing come to a stop? Now the relationship is just like what we are saying here now. What goes on in the house, in the family house? Father wakes up, hey, you get water. Can you buy me the newspaper? Can you go to the kitchen? That is just what it stands for. So that Maragi will, through them, carry the messages across to the people of the world. But right now as we are talking, it's only 2 of the elements that are in the village here now. Yes, water and thunder. They are in the village now, physically. Then you ask me, who is it? You have to go in before you know who he is. Yeah. We should get now. I don't know whether are you satisfied with what I said? Okay, I'll explain. Now, there's a turbine that propels certain things, engines or parts, to bring water. The same way, Maragi is just that power that comes into the world through the 7 elements. Yes. So those that are not here now, yes, they are fighting to come. Yes, fighting maybe to get a job, to get a child, or to get a visa, till he is okay that I'm satisfied now. Will he be able to hear Maragi's voice? Because for now, he's blindfolded and it's deliberate. Oh yes, the way they block me from coming down, the same way they are blocking them. Yes, there has been a war that, oh, let me repossess, take over the body of whoever is the one representing the air, whoever is representing this and that and that. And so the war is on. But with Maragi's presence now, it's very simple. Only we have to be careful not to create a situation where there be confusion, because that's what they wanted. The whole theory concept about the Creator is as what we call crucifixion. Fiction. And so, in order to clear these doubts in people's mind, the forces of darkness will always want to create trouble so that they still carry some few people who will not be mindful of what is happening. So that is just it. Maragi is there, and through these 9 pillars ruling the world. My blessings. Who is next? Oh, great.
Olùṣí Sàdúdé Maragi. Olùṣí Sàdúdé Maragi. Olùṣí Sàdúdé Maragi. After this primary, I received our Father Maragi divine knowledge on the 3rd 11/1985. Maragi, I want to. This question goes like this. It looks as if it is a law in Nigeria since 1980. Our leaders, none of them, they all refuse to recognize his power. And in one way or the other, Maragi has been working with some of them individually, which they might have understood that this person is not an ordinary human being. But within their recognitions, I've not seen anyone that have taken a step to the public to make known that yes, this person is the Lord, the Master, the living perfect Master that has come to help humanity. But since all these years, none of them have taken a step. If even they are aware, they are doing it as if they are afraid or they are ashamed to denounce themselves that they are with God Maharaj. I've not seen, and people have been asking why elders of the leaders of Nigerians have not recognized this power. I did told some of them that most of them recognize this power, but they don't want to come out fully to tell the people that Maharaji is the savior. So Maharaji, I don't know, I want to ask why, and that is what's keeping them back, or what makes them want to announce themselves that they are with Guru Maharaji, or they know who Guru Maharaji is.
Some have recognized. Yes, some have recognized. The ex-governors who gave me ashrams have recognized. Remember, ex-governor Wale didn't hide Maharaji. He was at the launching and he did launch. Obasanjo didn't hide Maharaji. Maybe he got to the 99th position. He didn't get the 1% when he reported that God is a Nigerian and it's not blasphemy. What about Melfolo Kilo? Didn't hide. Papa DSP didn't hide. Yes, among others. Everybody didn't hide. The entire Igbo intelligentsia, they are aware. And Yorubas, only maybe the question should have been, Maharaji, what way do we do, what way shall we take to make the people become more aware for them to come? It is premise who have to wake up. Publicity is so important. And the only way to make sure publicity is enhanced is not to wait till when there's program before I do service. Yes, and not only that, one must go through it, the crucible of obeying Maharaji. Because that's one of the reasons. Obeying Maharaji, not just doing something because somebody is doing. Am I qualified? Am I entitled? Am I in a position, not in a position, is it obligatory on me? Publicity is what is needed. When there's publicity, everybody knows this. Yes, publicity is what is needed. Publicity, imagine on the radio, on the TV, they're talking about other, school of, thoughts. And Maharaji is nowhere to be found. The question now, where are they? Are they tired? Remember in one of the chapters of one book, the Holy Book, he said, the master said, oh, I just went in under 2 minutes. Before I came, everybody is sleeping. So publicity is the word. Everybody, they have recognized Maharaji. It is we now who are to come out and say, we are the ones for a better day, for the new age. That's just what is needed. Publicity. Programs, oh yes. Everybody knows that Maharaji is the one that saved this country and some of the continental states in Africa here. Even Europe, China, all of them. They are aware that Maharaji is here. So it is we who must come out to show that, we have him, he's here, he's our father. Then people say, okay, you win. We have declared Nigeria Holy Land, nobody argued. We declared nowhere in Nigeria, nobody argued. So it's left for us to continue. Yes, going and, like even in Badon here, no, not enough action, even Lagos. So now the war is over. Everybody now seems to understand that there must be something, or there is something. Earlier I told you, the president of Obasanjo came out. God is a Nigerian. I'm not blaspheming. That is clear. But the question is, how will you say it? That is what premise you capitalize on. My blessings.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Gratitude. Oleshuri says gratitude for gratitude. Oleshuri says gratitude for gratitude. Emeritus Grace, Asham Premier Mokenki Akubami. I receive our Father Sat Kumaraja's divine knowledge on the 20th of November 2012. Father Maraji, my first question is on behalf of people outsiders watching the Facebook Live. Father Maraji, what is divine knowledge? And what is the use of divine knowledge?
Divine knowledge is knowing the personality called God in the human body, who is to, open our eyes, our ears, and all the important senses within man, for man to experience the Creator alive. Within each and every one of us, there's the power sustaining us and the entire creation. People have given this power sustaining man all kind of names. Some says Allah, some says Yahweh, some says Oyami, some says God, some say Tetragrammaton. But today, yes, my coming here is to reveal the divine knowledge. For people to know that, so I'm the one inside each and every one on the planet. Yes, making them happy and blissful. The advantages of divine knowledge is it sets one free. It relieves you of any karma, any kind of debt one may have incurred in the past life. Like we have been saying here, some people, because of agreement with this and that, in the course of, moving from one place to the other, they have attracted so much that hardly can they even spend 3 years on earth. Some 30 years, some 40 years, 50 years. So divine knowledge restores the link between the consciousness, that God consciousness in man, that Allah consciousness that today we know as Maharaj. So the advantage is numerous. You cannot quantify it. One, you become immortal. Crime, pain, failures cannot come one's way anymore. You are now able to go into the spiritual domain to bring out all the good things that have been hidden from man over the years, like cars, TVs, radios. I know something you read from the university. It is true knowledge. You become aware that, so Maharaji is our inheritance. The power that has come to unite one, so that together one will live a very simple, comfortable, secure life without having to worry, go into any anxieties anymore. In fact, if we put in a nutshell, Maharaji comes to make one immortal and beyond human destruction. Yeah, who's next? Second round?
No, not this time.
First round? Okay. I know how.
First come,
First come.
Street Sagu Demaraj. Bolo Street Sagu Demaraj. Bolo Street Sagu Demaraj. Spremi Safiri Sami Mojuba Gumola Obode. Received the divine knowledge of Father Maraji 22 December 1989 by Maraji's special grace and the divine minister for EFCC and ICBC Wall of Family. Father Maraji, on the news, say over 7 trillion have been uncovered by the investigator who are investigating the suspended, detained ex-CBN governor. And it includes, it also affects some CEO of banks, including some close associates of the president, both politicians and business associates. And the investigators, the news is saying that it is possible or likely that the people involved are likely to have their way to influence the president to put down the investigation. They say the money is much more than 7 trillion. But so far 7 trillion have been the one they have uncovered. The fraud of 7 trillion. Maraji, my question is, what advice will Maraji give the president in this regard? On the street Sagu Demaraj.
You quoted 7 trillion without giving us the source, the newspaper that carried it. Yeah. What is the name of the newspaper?
The Guardian.
The Guardian, what page?
The headline is front page and the story is in 6 page.
Oh yeah, stand up. Let's show us. Let us see.
Page 6, Maraji.
What date?
It is
Is it page 1? Does it carry
Page
one
6.
comment?
September 13.
Let's see the face.
Is it the page?
Okay.
Page 6.
Page 6. All right. Okay. September 17.
13.
13. Okay. It's like this. We all saw the whole game as shown on TV, how the CBN governor, ex-CBN governor, tried to contest for the primaries. But when the ex-president, well, he said anybody contesting must leave his office, the CBN governor did not, pursue the goal anymore. And so then comes in the currency designing, and where even some of us couldn't get a copy. Yes, the whole thing was shown on TV by the Boko Haram boys. Yes, that they have got them. Now, the huge sums of the money printed did not find its place to the common man. And when you are printing a new currency, you have one objective: to reduce inflation. Like I said earlier on, inflation is up, but the economic activity is low. which does not go well. It means that the money that was to keep or bring down the inflation is in private hands. And the private hands cannot be more than the politicians. Why? And so if we go by what even the former ex-CBN governor said, that the House of Assembly, yes, actually takes 25% of the whole budgetary allocations for every year, for salaries, overheads, and you name it. Now, and so in the situation where even the CBN is further being found to be involved in agricultural projects, yes, involved in other things. Whereas the service of the CBN is to take charge of all the banks, devise new monetary policy, how we can combat inflation, yes, the operations of these banks. But now the CBN governor is now going into business, and so it's really something new to each and every one of us, something that is emanating from lack of supervisory rules that the Minister of Finance or the President, ex-President, will have taken to make sure that the currency of the country is so important to our lives. Yes, because if you imagine, somebody gave a pound sterling, and when they went to the market, it was about 1,120 naira. And Britain has no cocoa farm. Even they had, they can't beat that of only Edo State. They don't have yam farm. They don't have coconut farm. They don't have cocoyam farm. They don't have plantain farm. Yes, they don't have as much oil as we have. They don't have gas as we have. They don't have, you name it. Why is it like that? It's because there's a fall in human behavior and attitude of our leaders. And so the step taken by the present president is something welcome, because not that people are just very happy about it, but people are fed up. They want to see a change. They want to see an understanding that, look, we are each other's keeper. But because of lack of proper cultural and traditional understanding we have about our past, and don't forget, in this case, they say we have been ordered not to teach history in all the schools. So what again do you want? When the person doesn't know who he is, what is his past, how would he know the present? That will determine the future. So we are in truly a big mess. And my recommendations in the past, up till now, is simply that, look, Naira's value must be what? Rationalized. It should be 1 naira, $2. 1 naira, £1.50. And the only way to get it done very easy, you block luxury goods, all alcoholics. You can turn pineapple into brandy, you can turn sugarcane into gin, and so on and so forth. The Europeans, they did it when they were in this state of comatose in the past. Even though at the end of the day it resulted to the war, then we call them the snake nations. So, not only that, textile goods must be banned. Any kind of food importation must be banned. Yes, for the time being, to encourage local ones And the government should be able to do it in such a way that they will not know that we are more or less in a state of, insecurity, even though at a level that one would not expect to say that it can turn into something much more, dangerous than this. Now that is one. Now 3, to do it, to make sure that we recover those monies. Very simple. Now the government should just take a step that they have taken by giving salary increment to the police 250 per month, army 350, and then Nigeria as a whole, anywhere you are in this country, 50,000 per month. Anybody who can go to 100, yes. Of course, then introduce wealth tax, big men and women, you increase their taxes. Yes, oh yes. Then there's price control. Controlling the price of goods. They can now go and buy us these machines for weighing yam, meat, you name it. Yeah? Bring back the toll gates in major cities, toll gates. Yeah, toll gates. And then you tell people to obtain their car particulars. You give them 6 months, everybody regularize it. If you are fine with a car without license, you are going to jail without option of fine. Yes. Then what are you talking about? Then all eateries where people buka must be inside the house. You don't want any public eatery anymore. Now, hotels, there's these people dancing there and they are being paid for it. You ban it completely. Yeah. Any woman walking along the road after 10 must prove why. They have to arrest them, send them to what? The government farms. You see, all these things, once it is done, it can be done one after the other. You find that Nigerians, once they realize that, so this is it. Our children will have what? Free secondary school. Oh, Kwari. Try, the Naira will change. Just look at what happened between Nigeria and Sao Tome. And is it Sao Tome? The football match. In the past, it's either 1-0 or goalless draw. They give them 6-0 because the spirit of one Nigeria is what? It's awake. Nigeria is not Nigeria. Nigeria is that leader. Whoever is leading is what made the Nigeria. So a lot can be done. Now, all those caught up with one money or the other. If you go into the Constitution, there's immunity for governors. Now they are finding their sanctuary in the Senate and the House of Assembly. How do you probe them? Except you have cogent reason, information. Yes, they can be. But I would suggest to the president, if anybody finds that he or she has done something wrong, and he comes out to say, look, this is how much I've taken, he can be given a chance to what? Build some streets or some roads, some civic centers. We are not to haunt anybody. Already, the introduction of religion has killed our spirits. Yes, it's just like a human being is walking without just like a car without brakes. Yeah. So this is just what the president must do. Very, very important. At least few of these we have that I have enumerated. Oh yes. And then they have to go to the car park. You don't want to see anybody there. They should take them to what we call vocational training centers. Yes, give them jobs there. They farm. After farming, if they want to stay, they can stay. If they don't want to stay, we teach them how to make furniture, how to do certain roof the houses, how to just repair pressing iron. Imagine a PhD holder, his car breaks down, and he's looking for mechanic. You can't check the car. Such education is dangerous. And even those who come out, what are they doing? So that is just it. And I've recommended, and I still say it here, that all high school graduates, university graduates, yes, they put them into this higher education system. Yes, continuing education system. They'll be farming, and then they'll be learning. From there, anybody who wants to go higher can go higher. But at least we don't want to see anybody on the road. Salary of what? 25,000. Yeah. Free food. Everything. Or we can make it 50,000. YSC paying them about 30,000. You make it 100. 50 goes to the parents who worked hard, and the remaining 50. The government will take 25 to continue to sustain the structures, salaries, and then the 25 for the young man or woman. You find out what we are seeing is that you cannot be sending people to secondary school, tertiary institution, graduates, and then they are working on the road. It's a time bomb. That's just what is happening in the north. Banditry now. The Sultan said it some months ago that he said the north is no longer secure. It's no longer secure. It's not a joke. So how do we combat this? Very easy. Let's use what we have to achieve what we have. We need. We have oil well 3. If they say no, they should seize 1111 from former presidents or former governors. 3 can do it. Over and above. Oh yes. So this is just the little I can provide now. Yes, so now we can go to anybody who wants to go double.
I'm okay.
Now let's go for this mama here. You mentioned
She said good day marriage, Olanike equivalent of marriage. And my second question was to add to the question that was asked by the papa here regarding the politician. Issues good day marriage. Regarding the politicians that have acknowledged politicians, Nigerian politicians, of not acknowledging marriage publicly. And
tell him now you are doing like this. That's what we go do. Tell him what do you want him to do.
And so this is to add to the question that was asked regarding the Nigerian politician not acknowledging marriage publicly. And it goes with herbalist also, which are the people consulting the oracles as well, because there was a sense that was given by an Ashram Premi when he followed his friend to an herbalist to just do consultation. This was before he became an Ashram Premi, and he reluctantly asked a question from the priest or the herbalist, and he was just saying, "Oh, this is a picture of Maharaji." He wanted to find out about who this person is. He just wanted to ask a question, just a random question, and the herbalist said, "Oh, this is God." He was telling the Premi that this is God, and several other revelation revealed to the Premi. Now, these people, they do know, if someone knows there's a God, why are they not letting people, even themselves, coming down to wanting to find out more? why are they still hiding Maradi regarding to, you know, I don't know if it's for selfish reasons, just for them to just keep covering up their own names.
They are not hiding or covering up, being selfish. You know, the present day, the black man yet to understand who and what is God. Otherwise, somebody is telling you that God is omnipotent, omniscient, but one has to die to see him. It doesn't make sense. So it means that they are stupefied with what? Money. And that is what the Europeans are doing, the Americans. They are pumping, even in the Saudis, they are pumping billions into the church. Yeah, just look at the way and manner TB Joshua disappeared in our midst. I mean, his flamboyance is beyond question. Giving out 300,000, 150,000, 1.5 million, say, trailers of rice. When did he start? So to tell you that there's this what conspiracy going on, and that is just what we are facing now. What we are facing is not political freedom now, not economic freedom now, because economic, political, social freedom without spiritual is just like trying to pour more water into fire. I mean, more gasoline into fire. So what we see there is that we have got to a point where the ordinary man believes that, I've made it. If I have so money, the Creator has blessed me. But they don't have this inner idea to know that man is not going to go through all these ups and downs. In a nutshell, publicity is what is needed. Publicity, everyone. If you compare 80, 85, 86, 90 publicity with now, then publicity was just about 66. Now publicity has dropped to about 13. It's only program time. Go and radio. So definitely we are coming up. The grace is there. It is publicity, not that they are not. Like for example, Premise went to Okija. They saw Maraji's order there. And they asked him who is he? He said, that's our papa. Now, it tells you that it is we now. Because invariably you are the ones who are going to be the commanders that will win the war. And when you are a commander, after victory, you hold sway over so many things that nobody can question. Are you there? Yes. So that is just what is needed now. If you are not hiding, it is we who must go to them, yes, and talk and bring them home. Yeah? You want to finish your whole questions?
Even on the social media, because I've just recently opened a Twitter account which I put in Maradi messages out there. I see a lot of views, but not many people even come out to ask questions. And this is mostly to do with African way of life, because they don't seem to be asking questions. They are satisfied with what they believe in. They don't want to know more about anything. They're not open to new things, a lot of them, especially when it comes to religion. They are just too focused on, I'm a Christian, I'm a Muslim, and that is okay for me. Anything else, they're not interested. I don't understand, because the 21st century that we're currently in is more or less of Internet of Things. So you have so many, opportunity to get information from different sources and different places. But in as much as we're putting a lot of Maradi messages out, trying to reach out to people are not really engaging in it. It's very, very...
it's not very, very sad. You see, if you tell me that this guy is good and is very cheap, you need to explain how this car came about. What does he do? Yes, what will this car give me? Oh yes, I will enter a car and go down back. Is it cheaper than what I have? That is just what the world wants to know. okay, Maharaji is God, it's not enough. We have to explain what has happened. Experiences is what will attract them. Experiences. Look, the brother was telling me, he said he has received so many phone calls. Yes, because if you now tell somebody that, before I slept, I called Maharaji, and Maharaji came like my dog. And look at you and say, how did this dog enter here? It's always in its cage there. Then all of a sudden the dog turns to Maharaji, says, look, this is the person behind your problem. That is what the people want to hear. They want something very cheap, something very secure, something very handy, something that they will not have to worry much to get. And we have something much more than that. So experiences. We are merely saying, oh, Maharaji is God, God is in Nigeria, it's not enough. You have to say it, bam, like what we have been doing on the radio now. Everybody is shaking. And it is true because one, they are going to find out and they find it to be so. So that is just what is happening. Now the black man, they are listening, they are listening, they are fed up with what you call the church, the mosque, because they know that that's where the problem is. Politically, that's where the problem is. They need the power that will question this uncalled hegemony that is going on in the name of religion. Because where religion holds sway, stillocracy will be increasing. What do I mean by stillocracy? Everybody will be stealing here and there. Why? Because there will be no power to question. Yes, there will be no power to show them the way. Oh yes. So we believe that the experiences should change from not only telling a story, but giving one's practical experience of the truth. Yeah. Resomi. Safi Resomi.
Service Premise Safari Son Ogumola Ojuba. Father Maharaji, my question is still on the newspaper capture. On one of the headlines yesterday, see Obasanjo, the former president, Chief Obasanjo, is on fire for insulting royal fathers. And when I go through the message, he said when he went for commissioning of a school,
okay,
then he said when he got in there with the governor, he asked the Oba to stand up to greet him. Some of them got up to greet him, and some did it. And a few minutes later, the whole of them walked out of they did not wait for the commissioning of the school. And the Council of Obas in the Yoruba land has vowed, giving him ultimatum of 3 days to apologize. Otherwise, he will face both legal.
Which newspaper carried that news?
It's one of the yesterday newspaper, I can't remember exactly. It's here, Maharaji. So, in this...
What is the name of the paper? And what page?
Front page says Obasanjo on fire. It's one of those new yesterday, out of the 5 papers of yesterday.
I don't see any reason. Okay, no, it's like this.
Yes, go straight, sir.
There was a time the Kabiesis ruled the world. Alaafin was there and Maharaji was in command. Now with the changeover now from the chiefdom to parliamentary and then presidential, we find that Is the president or the governor who appoints, confirms the chiefs. Even though the oracles, deities play a role with the elders, the red cap chiefs, yes, the Ifa chiefs, to determine who the Ifa chooses. But at the end of the day, it's the governor who signs the papers. Yes. Now, it now means that the governor and the chief, the president, they hold what? Excessive power in the presidential system. And so, whatever happened there is not something that should be repeated. Yeah. I may have a son. The moment he becomes a governor, he's Oga Patapata, he controls. Today, the KBC, they don't have any right there. Yes. Courtesy demand as Obas in Yoruba land that when the governor is coming, they stand up. Your Excellency is the one that signs the award, the employment letters. We don't go into any argument about this.
Sure.
Maybe the way Papa Obasanjo put it, and we cannot judge him, he's an elder statesman, ex-president for that matter. Courtesy demands, yes, that they should stand up, yes, to welcome him. Now, I still do not believe that the KBSCs will give the governor 3 days to apologize. No. The Obas and kings of our land, they are so disciplined that they will not take such a step. If there's anybody doing so, it's political minded. Yes. Or they are telling Papa Obasanjo to apologize. Yeah, but the KBSC, they will not do that. Maybe there is this Oluwo of Ewo who might be saying something like that. We know him as somebody who is still yet to fully understand that it was the Ifa that crowned him, not Quran, not Bible, not Gita, not Ramayana. Are you there? And so we have to be very careful about this. I do support what Mr. President, ex-President said. And this is not something that should have been said before they did it. They should know that a governor is a governor. Whether it's your son, your daughter, your this, once a governor is now serving the state, that honor must what? Be given. Very, very important. Yes. Give honor to whom honor is due. Yeah. Yes, who's next?
Shout your name.
Yeah.
Leshuri Stars Birthday for Entity. Leshuri Stars Birthday for Entity. Leshuri Stars Birthday. Araji's Grace and Masha Primo Mokenken. Father Mardi, my question is divine knowledge be given for us to be connected to Maharaji. And after, through the practice of divine knowledge, we've come to know that not only by receiving divine knowledge, but to be able to have the heart to be connected with it. So Maharaji, my question is, how is it, okay, through divine knowledge we know that different people come from different sources, like some people controls water, some controls fire, some controls a lot of elements. But my own question is, Maharaji, how can one get to the level of knowing what he or she represents?
Very simple. You know, What we have not been able to recognize is that knowledge is nothing without marriage. Knowledge without marriage is just like a ship without the bottom. You know, yes, this is what has happened to the Europeans. It's the power they need, not the owner of the power. Yes, this is what made them fall. So now when you meet marriage, it's loving marriage, finish. It's that love. It's a love that is not based on money, emotion, sentiments, but that feeling where, this is my guide, 24 hours. How do I explain myself before him? How do I talk to him? How do I express myself? It's something beyond the woman understand. Just like one being told in a room where we are, I said, look, Shebi, you want a plate of rice? Oh yeah, go inside. There's a man there. Then the moment you enter, you see the door is jammed and locked. Then you see yourself before a lion. How do you express yourself to a lion? And the lion start talking. Don't be holy devil. You look at the lion again. You see, the brain, the mind will disappear immediately. That is just what we see in the children. The children, they don't see anything about their mom. Their mom, they know their mom. Over the years, the relationship that has built on, they know, they perceive whenever their mom is coming. They know it, and that is what is left. When you love marriage, it's very easy. Like Papa Tolu Alashe used to represent the son, but since he left now, somebody else must be put there. He made some utterances that are terrible. No, it's no good as a human being. So, very easy, very simple. We are putting in new hands now. A new world is coming up. That is just what is happening now.
Is it about marriage?
Okay, Siribe.
Blessings of marriage. Thanks for marriage for this grace. I'm Sidibe White again. For marriage, please. I want marriage to expatiate or to explain the integration and connection of spirits. How they integrate and connect. For instance, like marriage said, the elements. How do they integrate with themselves or connect with themselves? That's what I want to know.
Let's talk about elements. They are unquantifiable. We want to talk about the dog, the millipede. Yes, we want to talk about dogoyaro tree. It's a dogoyaro tree, but there's somebody there. Even that tree, there's a palo. We want to talk about the okete. If you dig the ground where these animals are, you see they have their toilet, everything. Say, this animal? Hey! So now the integration is more or less like this as expressed in that song. Yes, the world here below and beyond. My existence in body and soul is but expression of your love. Yes, the integration is based on the expression of marriage's love at any given time. Yes, at any period. They are one with Maharaj. It is we human beings who have forgotten and now who have forgotten themselves and now trying to use a car or house or maybe machines as a kind of, condition to prove that, yes, I am this, I am that. Yes, I've made it. I've got enough money here and there. There's nothing wrong. Yes, there's nothing bad. But we should not allow those things to kill the person. So integration goes on any moment. Once, you find marriage, you join up, you queue up, and then you move gradually. Yes, sometimes it will need you going to all the places you have lived to collect your bodies there, your spirit there. So to integrate the energies in one direction is the same, only that, like rocks, it has layers. Yeah, the Maharaji there, the premise, oh yes, then you have coming down to all the deities, oracles, the churchmen, the religious people, the animals, everybody. It's automatic, depending upon where you find yourself. If really you are in love, just look at these beads now. Automatically has taken a body because you find yourself on the neck of Maharaji. The same way all these things you are seeing here, they have roles to play. Yeah. Yes. You see the dogs, you see the animals, you see this for it's a spirit. It has a role to play. Beyond the fact that we'll use it and connect somebody elsewhere. The integration is on. There's no gap, there's no space, there's no vacuum. It's moving. As your love for Maharaji grows, then you take higher positions. Every day, every night. Yeah, to the point where it's becoming obvious now. Like, let me give you an example. There's one papa in this village now. He's having trouble. Big one. Why? The mama came at a point where he was pushed to the wall. She was just crying and begging. Hey, like pushed to the wall. Okay, the best thing is to go on Sassan seat. He went on Sassan seat and exposed the Mami waters, everybody. The following week, here he was. Maharaji came, said, "Yeah, come." He went. He said, "This is a MasterCard. With this card, can't be poor again." The papa just came and collected it. He changed it until he woke up. I'm going to attack this papa. I said, "Don't attack. If you attack, you'll be in trouble. Two wrongs can never make it right. That you have seen him, you cannot use it." The papa fall into another trap. Somebody came to him, "Papa, hey, there's no NEPA, let us go and restore the NEPA." He said, "Am I the only person here?" He said, "But Maharaji is inside." He said, "If you don't leave right here, I'm going to knock you down." The brother has to run. Now, what do you call such a person? 20-year-old and 30 years old in knowledge. So knowledge is not how long one is here. Integration starts right from where the person is in his room as an aspirant at calling Maharaji. Do we have to apply to have the air to breathe? No. It starts immediately. Immediately. Only one has to be serious at all times. I always ask premise, please, before you talk. Remember, some people are in the hospital now. Some people are going to be buried tomorrow. You and I will have been them. May have been them. It is when you remember these things, you compare all these things with oneself, the integration becomes stronger. Yes, because the feeling for a human being's life is different from the feeling you have for a dog or a rabbit, that someday one will just kill it. You'll kill it and chop it. Yeah. So this is just what is happening now. The integration is going on every 1 zillionth of a second. timeless state where you can never know what is going on. But always you see it happening physically. The manifestation is so simple. And it's always very, very sweet when that thing happens. So, now you see the Papa here now, he's not well. Yeah, he's not well. Why? What is his business? Let it have the MasterCard, it will help the community. Let him have it, it will help the community. 2 heads are better than one, man. Yes, who's there?
She's on my primary, please. Why I asked the question? This primary, you said the great mother was divided into 3.
Huh?
Primary said the great mother was divided into 3.
Yeah, there's 3.
And the 3.
One is in Lagos, one is in Port, and one is all in the north.
Well, she's on manager. The primary. Now, that is where the question came from: integration and the connection. Now, Farah Maraji also mentioned that in case something happens to one will continue. Now, Farah Maraji, the consciousness, if these 3 of them has that consciousness of who they really are, or should in case they meet, if 3 of them are placed in the same room, what would be their reactions? Are they conscious of the role they play?
Where you are very strong spiritually, physically, where you are very strong spiritually and physically, yes, you'll be able to know. Because always there's a sign. The sign could be in any form. It could be like a rat showing up there. It could be you feeling something here or there. The messages will come in. Now, but at the same time, except in rare occasions that they are together, we don't know that, oh, yeah, you see them, you look at their faces, they are the same. They don't change. Look, even as we are here, we have a tree that represents everybody here. We have a fish that represents everybody here. Everybody on this planet. Oh yes. We have plants that represent everybody on this planet here. Now, not only that, in Europe, in America, all those top men, they have one black person that represents them here. They are using to sustain themselves. They come in and they go back. Not to talk about 15 billion human beings who are working on the planet, whose job is to assist the needy ones in times of danger. In the evening, you see them, they change to what? A bed. They fly up. Or in the night, you see them, they will go to the hotel, restaurant. They come out from water. When they finish, they go back. Yes, I remember you mentioned something about the Olympic 2018.
Yes, Ramaj.
Is it 2018?
2008.
2008, where the Chinese government, they had to go and bring in a mermaid to come and open the Olympic Games.
Yes, Ramaj.
Hey! You see that? But here, you don't do it. If you do it, they'll say, ha! You're an idol worshipper. Hey, you are this, you are that. So definitely we are moving up. The grace is there.
Chukudi Maharaj.
Chukudi.
Maharaj's grace, Ashram Premi Chukudi Katachi. I received Maharaj's divine knowledge on the 4th of July 1990 in the fall. Maharaj, my question is, there is somebody saying in one of the papers, that's Sunday Punch, Igodalo, saying that pastors are free to become traditional rulers. Now my question is, if they are given the opportunity to go there, are they going to start teaching the people about tradition, or they are going there to learn?
Because all over the years, they have been quoting from the books.
It's a taboo. It's a taboo. It just tells you that the Europeans, they are not sleeping. They just want to destabilize everywhere. It is not allowed. It shouldn't be allowed for somebody who has believed in Christianity to be a king. To be a king, no. Yes, to be an Oba, Yoruba land, no. It's just a final blow against our system. So, I mean, then it's not, except when he gets, he's able to stop all these religious matters and face tradition and culture. Because our ancestors, they are there. They are not sleeping, they are there, they are awake. Yes, they will deal with them, anybody who goes there like that. So it's a taboo.
Stress of your marriage. My second question. You say why governors and their deputies have a kind of misunderstanding all the time. I know before the governors appoint their deputies, sure they have been cutting each other for a very long time. Now they are in office now to serve the people. Why the conflict between them now?
It could be as a result of so many things happening at the same time. It's out of grace that a governor now asks me and you to become his deputy. In the Constitution, there's no role being given to deputy governors. Even I believe the same goes for the president. Just like a handbag that they are carrying. And so for whoever the grace touches to be made a vice president or a governor, a deputy governor, that person should be thankful that deputy governor is a governor. And in such a situation, the deputy governor must be pure in heart, must be sincere, must be honest in order to attract the love of the governor. Otherwise, most cases, so many things happen like that. Since there's no role given in the Constitution, even though it is clear that should the governor pass away, automatically the deputy governor becomes a governor. We have seen the case of Edo State, where they were able to reveal that the deputy governor is actually planning to take over the states that he will soon join the APC. He denied it. Now the governor has asked him to vacate the governor office area to go somewhere outside. They have gotten a place for him. There's nothing wrong. And if you look at it deeply, yeah, it's all lack of divine knowledge. Lack of divine knowledge that makes a woman feel threatened when the second wife is acquired, who is having all the children, girls will be thinking as if this second wife gives birth to a baby boy or 4 boys at a time, then I'm finished, this and that. The same way with the governor and the deputy governor. Yes, continuity is okay, but that should not form the basis of being a governor in the state. We want governors who have performed well, who can perform well, who can do better, and I can see that whatever is happening among the governors and deputy governors is as a result of lack of cultural and traditional values. Otherwise, you can go to the fact to find out who is this deputy governor. And even if I find out they say it's bad, I'm a governor, I can still take care of him, since he has the resource power, he has the money power, he has the wealth power. he has the administrative power, the capacity to deal with him at any time. I see no reason why there should be fight. So it's long. Look, I can go back to Lagos State when Papa, the now president, was then the governor, was having really issue with his deputy, a woman. And the woman was just entering the office the same time with him, and he was trying to tell the governor off, threatening me. I took up the whole thing. I went out. Yes. When I went in, I got to know where the person who was warning the governor was getting his power from. And I went there in Ikorodu. I entered that bush. I met the man who was there. I told Baba, hey, I understand that you are the one in charge of the deputy governor warning the governor. Oh yes, he came. She came for power to do something. To do what? Oh yeah, unchain it. That was it. I paid for and they unchained it. Before everything, all the hula hilo disappeared. Of course, the governor didn't know that I was the one behind it. I did that. And that's what I've been doing for others. Oh yes, to make sure that there's peace, there's harmony. I don't need anybody to call me. I'm sure that by when the time comes, the grace will be there to compensate premise and everybody for what we are doing now. Oh yes, it was for peace and blessings.
Ababiaka. Kábíyèsí Marayi. My name is Omogbolahan Agbabiaka. My question is that is in two ways, directives and teach us how we behave. In the olden days, instead when our old papa died, for them to carry them to the Mojano, they be command the land and then open the enter into it. They happen to Lisabi at Abeokuta. That's why they call the place the Arrow, the place where you talk when something happen, where you go down, and then when our mama directed their children to do what they're supposed to do, he do another thing. He come out there, go to Oba. He go to Lisabi Oba. How we is it that's the time that we come to as we are looking. As I'm looking, that's why I say for directive. You see? Is it be happen like that again and then what we will do?
What Papa is saying is that the power of the tongue, that yes, you can say fire and the fire appears. That there was a king and a very wealthy man. What did he? He commanded the earth open, he entered and covered. Are we? Are we going to get to that level spiritually? Yes, we are already there. We are going there.
How will we be there?
Oh yes. Through regular satsang, service and meditation. Yes, through regular. You know, I foresee a situation where within now the next 6, 7 or so months, you know, people will not be bothered about what to eat anymore, what to drink anymore. They will now be thinking about meditation when they see things around them. Yeah, you want to eat, you go, you eat. You want to drink, you drink. You want to bath, you go and bath. So they will now be what? Here. They will now be able to sit down and meditate. Because now, when they go into meditation, they're thinking about, my food, my job, my wife, my husband, my car, my driving license, my insurance, here and there. Whereas in Europe, in America, you can buy what? You can take a loan to pay all these things, and they will be taking it from your salary regularly. Are you there? Yes. Not in a way that will threaten one's life. They will make sure that the remaining money will be enough for you to eat, drink, and even pay your transport, because you are a member of the economy. And so more or less, what am I saying? They subsidize them. We are getting there. Once we get there, Baba, take it ready. My blessings and blessings. Ah, huh? Everywhere.
By Majesty's grace, I'm a Shan Premier, look baby, honorably. I received divine knowledge of Father Maraji on the 9th of May, year 2001 in Maraji village. I thank our Father Maraji for his mercy, love, and compassion, the gift of divine knowledge. Father Maraji, my question goes like this. I'm a victim. So many of us who went through the Western education are victims. Father Maraji, in the school, we were given the opportunity of whether be you being a Christian or a Muslim. And thirdly, the sciences which the Western, the white men taught, making the third religion. In the Western world, people are fed up with religion. Their children are now looking for alternative. So they are either falling back on spiritual masters, which are gurus, or we talk about science. Because what science has revealed these days has questioned religion, like what archaeologists they are bringing out, taking up from the ground. They're beginning to ask questions. Where are the dinosaurs from? Where are reptilians from? These things were buried thousands of years ago. So they're beginning to ask questions, like science has become a higher form of religion. Father Maraji, why I'm coming up with this question, I believe that the black man religion in the African culture has answers to those questions, of which they did not allow us to learn. It's not part of our curriculum in the school. How can the government introduce it, our culture, to be taught to our children? Because the foundation is the problem. The foundation of our education is the problem. It should be part of the, or made compulsory for us to learn our culture. Compulsory in the primary. That's my first question.
Hey, beautiful question. I don't know. Say, so you're silent there. You are just coming up with such a question. Now you said it all. In my submissions to the government, I've asked that we should start from one, freeing our people. It starts with names. If you are bearing James Theophilus, you drop it for Chukwudi Adebari. Yes, once you are able to drop those elemental names, you find that those who are bearing this name will start sleeping well. Yes, now, how do we go about this? History must be taught in the school. And I've asked that, even if they cannot drop, let us go for Wazobia. Wazobia is still there. They can do it and start it. Yes, and that's the beginning. I mean, even like anywhere one is, we have about 3, 4, 5 people. You beat him or her in your language, Kedu, Ademo. And you say, Yayade, Lafia. Pawoni Lafia. That's it. You start from there. So definitely the government has started so many things, but they have not got to that nitty-gritty point. That point of coming and saying, look, oh yeah. And so if you go back to 1976, 1976. That was the day they did the first tag what? Right? You need to see what happened. Man, the Igbos were afraid. But they manipulated everybody, they dropped it. If they had continued, man, they would have gotten somewhere. It's never too late. They're talking about tourism, this and that. Tourism is another side. We want to be saved. We have to go into tradition and culture, teaching people these Nicholas values that not only guarantees life, but actually integrates our energy with those plants, the trees, almost everything around there. That today we are buying, double the price from the pharmacists, the medical men, and so many. So that is just the grace is there. It's from you and I who will be involved in making sure that the government listens. They're going to listen. I just believe that if the present generation of governors don't listen, a primary governor will be able to take the lead. Yeah, I know in Lagos State, even Oyo here, some of the states, they are trying to combine trado-medical thing. It's the spirit, it's the willing. If the will is there, we'll get there. God bless you.
This Paramaji, why I came up with this question. In a school, like in a boarding system, where you have 2-3 students,
Follow the mic.
Yeah, a Christian will say, want to pray. You will be allowed to pray in a Christian way. The Muslim will be allowed to pray, be one corner of the hostel, keep his mat. The Christian will kneel down. But a traditional worshiper comes to say, I want to communicate with my deity. He demonizes it. So how can the government help such a way that our culture and tradition be recognized as the third or the fourth religion, compulsorily in the school?
And that is what we are in for now.
If
you go to South Africa, they speak their language on TV. On interviews, you can reply in English or in any language, but they speak it. In fact, when they were doing the inauguration of President Zuma, Catholic were there, believer were there, non-believer were there, all other faiths were there. It's only Nigeria which constitutes or harbors or creates or is the area where civilization evolved. That's why they are pumping so much money here. For the people, there's nothing to say. They believe, they'll tell you Jesus is my blood. Because I was just listening, trying to get to the news, then I saw one Asimolowo. He said, look, drop culture, traditional values. Jesus is the one. Now, you mentioned something now. Archaeology. They are now digging into the ground to see dinosaurs that have been there almost 5,000 years. Where has the religion gone? What can religion do? Duro Ladipo put fire in his mouth, everybody saw it. What would that fire do? Papa Ikoyi walked on the rope about 100 years when they went for the independence conference. Yeah. When Boma will tell you that alligator pepper is spices, something that you add to your stew. But in my country here, if you go to Jebu or your Ogun State, they can stop rain with alligator pepper. They can stop accident with alligator pepper. So this is where we are. The situation, I believe that you are hearing me. You are listening. you are watching us. And we are telling the truth. They have to do it. The Lugu states must do it. And that is just what you can see happening in the north, where they say it's a shade day, they stop them from practicing their culture. And we have told the emir there in Ilorin, and of course, those that are involved, that they should change the situation. If the situation is not changed, all they have to do is to go to court, because it's under constitution. Anybody has the right to live anywhere, do anything he likes, be attended for, eat what he or she wants to eat, within the ambit of the law. So who is deceiving who? Definitely we are getting there, my good friend. Okay. It's 5 sharp.
This is what I'm writing. My second question was.
Third question.
Fourth question. What I'm writing. Man is a spirit.
Man
is a spirit. It's evolving every day. Man is an evolutionary being. The spirit of man evolves by Maji's grace, meeting the Sakura and receiving divine knowledge. Primarily, are there no primarily, are there no higher forms of life? Why I'm asking this question, because the UFOs that the Americans are having issues with, complain about UFOs. Who are these extraterrestrial beings that are coming?
They are here.
Go
ahead.
So, like I said, man is an evolutionary being. The spirit is evolving. Through incarnations, evolved to a higher form of life. Now that the grace has taught us to receive the divine knowledge of our humanity, I want to find out, is this earth plane final, or there are like the UFOs? Who are these UFOs coming? The higher forms of life? Does one evolve higher being, in higher plane, manifesting as UFOs?
Yeah.
But I'm like, enlighten us more.
Yeah. Yes. You know, we are just like engineers manufacturing cars. We manufacture 2000 cc car, Volkswagen, Honda Accord, and on and on and on and on and on and on. The same way, what manufactures the being is that spirit of knowledge that you have now. So it can be said to be that when one receives knowledge, there's this kind of gauge that looks like a big drum. Yes, as you are going along, talking, eating, drinking, walking, yes, you are filling this up. You are filling it up, you are filling up. And you get to a point where the light in you will be so strong that you can hear from beds, you can hear from, even this TV will be on. But it's a different message that they are giving to their people here. You can hear the voice, what the rat is saying, what the birds are saying. It is in the spirit here, like that you actually play the game. When the spirit has gone to that level, it is the spirit that decides that we change anything for good. I'll give you an example. When we got Simaruki, Enugu State, into power, there was this reverend. He's a businessman who turned reverend. Yes, I don't know whether it was the second term. Maybe they were there. I told them, well, let's go in. Because Mrs. Adam Wodo took us to Simaroke's office to assure him that he's going to win the elections, which he did. So we had to protect him. Now, whether evangelist or Reverend Mbaka, Reverend Mbaka said, no way, they are going to chase Chimaroke away. Who? That night, oh boy, you see soldiers. They are just like Papa double Papa Esiribe and triple your size again. Triple his size. Man, they entered the stadium there. Everybody run. That's why they left him. He was able to complete his what? His tenure. Where did they come from? They are here. So the higher you go, they say the cooler you become. Not only cooler, you become conscious of the fact that you have overriding right over everybody. Because it's not going to be very easy. But it's very simple. Once you make up your mind that, look, it's not serving marriage. I want to be one with marriage. I want to know more about marriage. Yes, to find out, man, very, very easy. Very, very simple. They are there. The big food, they have tried, they can't get it. And it's there. The level they are, they cannot see them because their hands are deep, deep, deep inside so many destructive things. Oh yes, that's just it. That is just what we are trying to cleanse now, telling everybody to refrain, to please don't go into that, because one could imagine what this thing that ties a rope across people's homes. Is it spider hen? What is it? It's spiritual. Whatever, how you tie here, then long, if we fold it, it will even be bigger than the stomach. How did he get there? Like the brother said the other day, that his grandfather had this well. That if you are in love with him, you go and fetch rice and beans. So maybe they will fetch what? Ready-made clothes. Where did these powers go? Now religion spoiled it. Religion brought disrespect, lying, pretending, arguments, killing. Look at the War of Crusades. It was not ordinary. They are saying that yes, the Israelites need to be given some kind of money, compensation. What about the blacks? But I believe that the blacks are more compensated than any group with the presence of Sadhguru Maharaji in our midst. So, but that's it. They are there. When we go in, we will get there. In this village, no. 5 years ago, I do to Junior. He said, Maharaji, what made me run away? I was going to toilet. I met some elderly people. So my friend, if you want to serve Maharaji, don't mess up. If you mess up, you'll be in trouble. You say, huh? So such people are living in this village. The third day he disappeared. So he was afraid. And so we are not the only people here. That's the thing. Only that you need to go in. Win Maharaji's love. Winning Maharaji's love is not just doing this thing in your service. Look, along the way you must be singing and dancing. You see the ancestors, they will come and reveal themselves to you. This one will come, look, and you know this thing, take this one. Always put it on that tree, you get 300,000. That's how it works. Hey! My blessings. That face on me again. You look so daddy now at this time.
Boloshui Sagudeba, Safri Somim Ujuba, Gumola Abudi. Madam Marayi, my question goes like this. It's about the Wazobia, the language, 3 languages that Nigerians are to learn in school. Since the 3 language was introduced,
it or the not? I will go. Well, go ahead.
I'm not satisfied with it. The reason is Nigeria gained independence in 1960 and with a parliamentary system of government. And there were 4 regions: the Midwestern region, the Eastern region, the Western region, and the Northern region. And the 4 were compared to contribute to the central government and to make do with whatever they get to develop their regions. We have 4 regional premiers. By the time the government was overthrown in 1966, and the successive government also came into overthrow when Wazobia was introduced. The North was giving Hausa as their own language to represent the North, the Igbo to represent the East, and the Yoruba to represent the West. The Midwest was erased. We're not given a language. I presented this matter when the Oba came to, the late Oba, the father of this present Oba, came to Kaduna for centenary, 100 years celebration of British invasion of Benin in Kaduna. He came there to spend 2 days with us. I presented the matter, and the Oba said he was going to table it when he get back to Benin with the chiefs. And I didn't have the opportunity to meet him again. I also presented before the Service Premier Papa Chief Igebo. That day he was asking me, how did I arrive at this? I said I expected him as the political father in Edo State to hold on to this. This is one of the things that the senators and members of House who go to the federal House are supposed to put forward before the government, because something is missing in the system. How come the whole region was denied the right to have a language spoken? So, Father Maraji, in this respect, in this regard, what will Maraji do to help the old Midwestern region to get that statute, that right?
Very easy. We just have to continue lobbying, talking and lobbying and letting the world know how important it is to have the Wazobia introduced again, and then Benin coming in. I see a situation of Benin as Yoruba. Yes. Benin language is more or less like Yoruba. I don't know whether my thinking is right. Many people, they speak Yoruba, yes, and they believe in Orumila. And so that was taken into consideration for making Wazobia. Yes, Wazobia. Wa, Zo, and Bia. So, are we to now say you want to add Edo? It will take some more time. But that notwithstanding, we still will mention it. Let's see what happens. Let's keep reminding each other every two months so that we can raise the matter to the higher levels. There's no, even let's first start, have Wazobia in what? On the ground. Then gradually the rest will come up.
Oh,
My blessings. So. Yeah.
Well, it's six hours with their marriage. I shan't permit Chukuri Kataji. My question is, when I was in the elementary school, you know, we were provided with textbooks. Now, then we had ancient history, books about ancient history. Yes, we talk about Songa Empire, Ghana Empire, and Mali Empire. So there were three empires existing then. Now, Songa Empire was led by, we call him Mansa Musa. Yes. He was the one who captured Mali Empire and later captured Ghana Empire. So the three empires became, one empire, which was Songhai. But they don't tell us that Songhai Empire is now Nigeria. Now, gradually, it's like they introduced another book, they said modern history. They are trying to push away that ancient one. Yes. And in that ancient one, you read about highly spiritual, elevated human beings who were even using lions as horses. Yes. But now it's like they are trying to push all those things away, then replace them with modern history, which has no substance. Yes. Now, what do we do to bring all those things back? Because we learned about Emperor Haile Selassie, who had about 7 lions before he reached where he used to stay. And we're even told that it was only among all the leaders, apart from him, among all the leaders in Africa, it was only Kwame Nkrumah who was able to reach where he was staying without him coming to escort Nkrumah down to where he was staying. Now all these powers, how do we gain them back?
My blessings. You said it all, that once we were studying African history, it was a very good lesson. Wazobia will come when we realize that our unity cannot work except we appreciate and honor each other. I don't feel any sense of fatigue or failure in Wazobia. After all, it was our leaders who agreed. So, looking at it from different angles, Wazobia has not died. He's still going to come up. Whether I like it, maybe with a little kind of punishment. I remember a situation like this in the kingdom, where I said, greet anybody you see from your language. Yeah, and it started working the same way. I just believe that Africa has arrived. And anything we put hand on positively will work. So we should not downplay the request for a lingua franca to replace the old Oyinbo way. So that is just should be happening now. Maraji is behind you. We shall have to write. You know, it's beyond orientation. No, orientation cannot work. These are practical issues on the ground. Issues that affect me and you. Issues that affect our history, our fathers, our mothers, our children, our brothers, our future. So we cannot keep quiet. We have to rally round and make sure that our voice is heard. Elijah will take care.
Happy, 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 happy. Happy, 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 happy. Happy, 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 happy. Let us put our hands together to fill up all creation. Father Maharaji, the trend of light and the entire world, we are so happy for this grace Maharaji gave us to interact with the Father of creation, to learn more, because we have Maharaji present in the classroom now. This is the best time for any student who wants to know more. Father Maharaji, we've come to the top of the hour, and we beg Maharaji's grace that we've technically come to the end of today's session, of interactive session, and Maharaji will give us the grace next day for this to continue. But meanwhile, Father Maharaji, especially Sadhguru Maharaji, we finally come to the end of today's session. We want the Father of creation to bless the entire creation once more before we go into a good photograph with the Father of all creation. We
are grateful for this very beautiful opportunity. We know the answers given are very short, because there is no time now. Why? Many have had this opportunity of coming to Maharaji, but they didn't. And so we must save time to make sure that people understood what is going on. That is just that the holy name of the Creator is Maharaji. Yes, you don't need to go anywhere. Right in your room, you call Maharaji. Answers will come to your problems. Is it your wife, your children, father, mother, brother, sister, uncle? The problems will be resolved. We know that there are sins, there are sicknesses defying any treatment. Yeah, but we are talking about those spiritual. The fight going on between you and your junior wife. The one going on between you and your brother, the one going on between your sisters. And we tried several times to find a clue to, but I didn't. Now they are giving you 40,000, 100,000, or 10 million. Yes, to propagate your religion. Which religion? There's nothing like religion. Yes, if you go that way, there's nothing like it. What am I going to need religion for? I don't need to cause trouble. I don't need to be fighting. I don't need to be entering somebody's farm and be killing them. I don't need to enter somebody's school and kidnap them. Allah did not send me that. And there's no way that the Quran can solve it, or Gita, or Ramayana, or the Bible. And so we are talking to whoever you are, on these four corners of this globe. Realize how fortunate you are. Realize the grace that has touched you and I. Realize that today you stand a chance of walking tall forever. Because Maharaji will do it. Maharaji has done it. Maharaji will continue to do it. So we say, wherever you are, come for knowledge. Yes, come for knowledge. Divine knowledge, you need it. Start from your room. Before you go to bed, it's now something to 4. Local time to 5 Maharaji time. Call Maharaji. Or in the absence of that, look, go to Maharaji's kingdom there, buy yourself a picture to yourself. You'll be very happy. Because this is the time that when you enter the plane, you just sleep. You enter the motor to Lagos or Calabar, you just sleep. Or you are going by air, you just sleep. After you have told Maharaji, we are going to London, no, please take care. Maharaji, we are going to Calabar, oh, please take care. Finish. You have nothing to worry because Maharaji is on the planet and the soldiers are here to carry out the services of uniting the whole world. So with this I say blessings and blessings for coming. Those of us who came, yes, My blessings are with you. The grace is there. Blessings to everyone.
Happy, 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 happy. Happy, 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 happy. Let's put a hand together for all creation. Father Maharaji, as the culture demands, we beg the endless grace of Father Maharaji to come down to grace us a great photograph to mark today's day for remembrance by special grace of Father Sadhguru Maharaji. One of the many singers, please.
Thank you, Lord, for so much love. Sadhguru Maharaji, I am alive and I have joy within. You are my pride, oh Maharaji. Father Maharaji, you lift me above the world. You reveal your light to me. With your light there is no more pain, no more sorrow, no more death. Let me live and live again to praise you, oh Maharaji. Every day show me your love so many, many ways. Every day I discover your word. Every day I feel it joy. Let me live and live again to praise you, oh Maharaji. Thank you, Lord, for so much love. Sadhguru Maharaji, I am alive and I have joy within. You are my pride, oh Maharaji. Father Maharaji, you lift me above the world. You reveal your light to me. With your light there is no more pain, no more sorrow, no more death. Let me live and live again to praise you, oh Maharaji. You've given me this crown of life by revealing your present light in me. With your 100% protection. Thank you, Lord, I'm no more alone. Let me live and live again to praise you, oh Maharaji. Thank you, Lord, for so much love. Sadhguru Maharaji, I am alive and I have joy within. You are my guide, oh Maharaji. Father Maharaji, you lift me above the world. Lord, you reveal your light. With your light there is no more pain, no more sorrow, no more death. Let me live and live again to praise you, oh Maharaji. I'm so lucky, so lucky, so lucky, so lucky to live again. Among the million faces, Maharaji choose me to come again. To be of service at his feet, on my way to the throne of my Lord. On my way to be of service at his feet, on my way to the throne of my Lord. I'm so lucky, so lucky, so lucky, so lucky to live again. Just to live among the million faces, Maharaji choose me to come again. To be of service at his feet, on my way to the God of my Lord. To be of service at his feet, on my way to the God of my Lord. To be of service at his feet, on my way to the God of my Lord. In the life I'm living for, everything was falling apart. Recent I could not know. Things falling apart. Psalms and sermons and meditation are the strength of my life. So I could feel the Lord I'm so lucky, so lucky, so lucky, so lucky, so lucky to live again. I'm on the brilliant face of all the way to be yourself. Oh, the streets are good, oh, the streets are good, and Maraji is the next season. What is the song? And Maraji is the
Happy, 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 happy. Happy, 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 happy. Happy, 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 happy.